for the kingdom of heaven is upon us. As it is written in the book of Matthew, things are taking place that will lead our generation to an end. Open your eyes. The signs are all around us.
Good day, Sheriff. Will these people have to wait much longer?
If you have a complaint, talk to the Earl.
I don't think he even recognizes me anymore. Shouldn't you be by the Earl's side to be his advisor?
Our Earl is no use for me today, but I think you'd be to his liking. Go ahead and wait for your turn.
Our food is rotting. Our animals died.
Excuse me, Sheriff.
Speak to the Earl.
How many of you
If they hadn't replaced Father, I could have helped them.
Hell's demons?
I cannot help them.
The wilting of shiring is an omen of the things to come.
Has the queue not moved at all?
We stand like pillars of salt. But I'm sure the Earl will accept petitioners soon. I hope it's before the workers at Kingsbridge leave the construction site because I cannot pay them. Patience is a virtue. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. You don't have to wait with me. Why don't you go and have a look around? Patience is a...
Our Earl sees, and our Earl...
They say that Jack's father was a thief and hanged in shiring. If that's true, then he must have died right here.
Must prepare ourselves. The end is upon us, but our Earl will lead us to salvation.
Is that so?
A hard hand for hard times. It will all make sense. You will see.
No, he's talked himself into a rage. No, I'd better attend to my business.
Things are taking place that will lead our generation to an end. Open your eyes. The signs are all around us.
Good quality. But I'm not here to buy anything.
Our food is rotting. Our animals dying. Our homes crumbling. How many of you have fallen from grace, seduced by hell's demons? The wilting of shiring is an omen of the...
The remains of Waileran's castle. I have no need to go there. I have no need to go there. I don't have any business in there now. What are you carrying there?
Not for sale. Or eating. Don't steal! Go away!
Oh, I didn't mean to upset you.
Oh,
Where did you get this?
I'm not a thief. A man in the tavern promised me a bread crust if I fetch this from the market for him. I'm just taking a little break.
You look hungry.
Are you saying I should keep it? Nuh-uh. Thieves get hanged. I'll be good.
Oh, of course. Do you have a family that supports you?
My auntie sold flowers, but she couldn't afford to pay the taxes. Now I don't know where she is. I'm so hungry.
Would you be free for a sales discussion later today?
Ah, Lady Aliena, for you I will always find time.
I've heard business is slow.
Not for me it isn't. Plenty of knights need my services. His men have cleaned up well, I'd say. It suits me just fine that the Earl has swept the criminals off the streets. And those complaining about money and fees were never my customers or my friends.
The town used to be much livelier.
That's because the Earl and the Sheriff finally stepped up and got rid of all the thieves and cheats. I hope you're not stretching your wool before it's woven.
I would never trick my customers.
Good. Then you and me, we both won't get into trouble here in Shiring.
I wouldn't be too sure of that. How much for a chainmail shirt?
That's £6.
Just for the chainmail?
I've got to make up for those taxes some way.
Can I interest you in some horse bread?
Is that the only kind you have here?
It's the only one that hasn't gone green yet, I think.
If you sell green bread, your customers will get sick and you'll get into trouble.
What? Are you with the sheriff?
No, don't worry. Everyone seems to be afraid of Sheriff Eustace. I always heard he was a fat and lazy man.
It's not him. It's the Earl. Killed a good friend for milling without permission yesterday. Buried him under the rubble of his mill.
What? Shouldn't you make fresh bread?
If I could afford it. If you bring grain from outside the town, you must pay taxes nowadays. My friend's mill out there was a blessing. Sometimes he even let me use it for free, which was why they killed him. And I can't afford using the Earl's mills here in town.
What is the Earl thinking? Why is he hurting the business in town?
I don't know. Better don't start asking questions around here.
Excuse me, do you know if something happened in Shiring? I know we suffer because of the war, but the town never used to seem this grim and hopeless.
Oh, we wouldn't know. We are but pilgrims in search of God's miracles.
And a saint who will heal my foot.
And my eyes. But yes, Shiring seems to hold no miracles these days. We heard the Earl is punishing his people for his own entertainment.
I heard so too. How is your pilgrimage going?
Always moving forwards.
And sometimes backwards, because of my foot.
Good luck with your pilgrimage.
God bless you, good woman.
Aren't you tired of Christian art? Their sad faces and dull colours are always giving me a foul mood, just like this town.
I agree. I'd prefer to see lush paintings of the fine things in life.
Maybe I should start painting.
What would your first masterpiece be?
I'm thinking fruits and decorative objects, arranged on a luxurious tablecloth.
At least you could take your time with that. Fruit doesn't rot that quickly.
Maybe I could sell my paintings at markets.
You haven't painted your first one yet, and you're already thinking about selling it.
Have you seen a group of knights?
I'm not sure. I saw so many people today.
It's all right. Have you seen Richard and his knights?
They came by and looked at a few swords, but they didn't mention where they were going.
Have you heard of Richard of Shiring, the knight?
Whoever that is, he surely hasn't bought bread today. Why don't you ask the sheriff? He seems to have his eye on everyone.
Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
No, we just arrived and headed straight for the church.
Ah, still, thank you. Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
A group of knights, you say?
Are they perhaps interested in buying linen for a new gambeson?
They might, but I need to find them first.
We shall be on the lookout then.
Daylight robbery.
We agreed on the price.
Maybe another fleece on top.
You're trying to rip me off.
3. 3! Not just gonna give them away for free.
Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
You mean King Stephen's knights? Last time I saw them, they were chugging beer at the Lion and Lamb Tavern. They're going into battle, so they'd better not fall in love tonight.
How thoughtful of you.
Inspirations flicker.
I don't have time to deal with drunks. I have to give money to my knight. I don't have reason to disturb them. I've seen enough sorrow.
Spares the meek and lowly. Towards submissive creatures, he tames his anger.
No right thoughts enliven me while my stomach's hollow.
You hear? Fill us up.
But you haven't had a right thought all day.
Maybe I'll be the next Earl then.
Oh, that's awful.
Do you ever work?
The Earl burned down the old man's mill.
No mill, no work.
I'm not thirsty. I didn't buy it. That belongs to the tavern.
You need more to drink.
More song.
How's business?
Slow.
Well, at least you still have your regulars.
Even in bad times, people drink. The Earl of Shiring has imposed new laws and taxes, and it makes times very bad for us.
What's your secret to success? You know, running a tavern.
People will give their last shirt for pleasant distractions. Especially when they have a lot they want to be distracted from. Would you like to order?
Oh, thank you, but I'm just here to see my brother and his men before the battle.
Would you like to order?
Oh. It's for guests only. There is nothing of interest up there. I'm not staying the night. I hear you will face Empress Maud's army, Sir Simond.
We will do battle on the beautiful grounds of the illustrious Lincoln Castle.
Don't say it like that. She'll think we're just going there for the landscape.
Ah, but what a magnificent picture it makes.
Oh, just don't let yourself get distracted by the beauty, Sir Simond.
As you won't be there, I'm hopeful that I can focus on directing my blows at the enemy, my lady.
Are you ready for the battle?
I'm very excited. I don't care if we win or fall as long as it's in the name of the king. What a glorious way to die.
I'll remind you of these bold words when you lie in a pool of your own blood.
It's bad luck to say that.
You're going to be there to watch me, right?
Yes.
Any other sights along the way?
We'll ride through the King's Forest. The crowns of the trees are especially lush this time of year.
If you wouldn't always insist on the scenic route, we would arrive much quicker where we are supposed to be.
I shouldn't distract him anymore. He needs to focus on the battle ahead. Any new information on Maud's army, Sir Alonso?
Robert of Gloucester will bring the Angevin. There are said to be 1,000 men. But Stephen will bring more, and we'll be with him to lead the charge.
Does Robert of Gloucester have skilled men fighting for him?
Damned if we know.
Victory and glory will be ours, one way or another.
Are you ready for the battle?
It's my duty to be ready.
Good. He's probably thinking about the upcoming battle.
Today we ride to Lincoln. Drinks are on me. Taverner! Another round for everyone!
You're the best, Richard.
It's Sir Richard.
Nonsense. We're all brothers, right?
It is Sir Richard.
Oh.
And here I thought you needed my money for new armor.
Oh, I do. A knight is only as good as his equipment. Have you seen Alonso's sword? With men-at-arms so well equipped, how could I fight alongside King Stephen less well equipped?
And inferior armor may cost him his life.
Only the best for the best.
Hey, you should be more responsible with our money.
I spend it on my reputation. What's more responsible than that?
You are paying for other people's wine. Some of whom you don't even know.
Knighthood is about more than fighting, Ali. It's a way of life. We fight together, we drink together, we die together.
Right you are. To hell and back we go. To hell and back.
Alonso, you make that sound like a bad thing.
But you could spend our money a little more wisely.
Do you want William Hamley to become Earl of Shiring or me?
What kind of question is that? If we're lucky, then he will never return from the Holy Land.
He already did.
What?
We ran into Robert of Gloucester's men. At first, I wasn't sure it was him. He wore the cloak of a crusader.
No. Don't do it. Please. Have mercy. My God, please. Don't.
And then King Stephen called out his name.
William Hamley, join me. We ride.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to upset you.
You what?
This is not about you or me, Ali. Allowing the father of that monster to remain Earl would not only betray our father, it'd mean betraying everyone. William is a butcher, a filthy bastard without honor.
Mind your tongue. You speak of the son of the Earl of Shiring.
I am the son of the Earl.
Sir Richard, your father went against our king and lost his title and his land. You are not the heir to the title, not as things are now.
What did you just say?
Oh, easy.
You treacherous bastard!
Calm down. Do you want to slaughter each other and help the enemy?
Accusing me of treason. Your most loyal man at arms.
Me or William? Choose a goddamn side, Alonso of Toledo. Come on, choose!
You disparage me for stating the truth. I've always been your most loyal man at arms, have I not?
I doubt
the one with
that
the biggest
would help
mouth,
to stop
too.
their quarrelling.
I'm just trying to keep you grounded.
How dare you imply that William and his fat father have a right to my lands? Would you like to order?
Oh, thank you, but...
Now, can't you just agree to disagree? Please.
An apology would solve this.
I'm sorry. You see? There's nothing to it.
I said nothing wrong. Percy Hamley's title is a fact, not an
They're
opinion.
too busy fighting.
It is not. He does not deserve it.
Do they often fight like that?
They're both very proud. Give them a few days, they'll get tired.
They don't have that long.
This is not about who deserves what. The king appointed him. You should come to terms with that fact.
Do people get into quarrels in Flanders? How do you resolve them?
Negotiation is key, simple as that.
I say, if you can't agree, you leave it be.
I'm afraid I can't. How would you reconcile two people in disagreement?
Play is something that brings people together.
That is very true.
We carry the French game of Fierge with us.
Oh, could I borrow it?
If you bring it back before nightfall, I see no harm in it.
I will.
What did you just say?
Oh no.
I'm done talking to you.
Now fight it out like real knights should. With a battle of wits.
Playing a board game, I don't know.
You're scared I could win.
Oh, let's begin.
Now, let's start with a careful opening.
Good choice. The general who gives in to anger will send his troops to their deaths.
Exactly right, Ali. First, I'll focus on defense. Let's see what Alonso's got.
Ooh, well played. A classic opening move.
Now's a good time to attack.
Oh, sometimes victory lies in numbers, but often it lies in a single soldier at the right spot, right?
Yes, and I play to win. And here I stride to victory.
You reached the end of the board.
What a crowning! I got a king!
You call this piece a king? In Spain, we call it a queen. She's quite powerful and has a mind of her own.
All right, a queen then. Now I can sweep the entire board with her.
No, don't be hasty. The highest art of war is to break the enemy without a fight.
Nonsense. I have to seize this advantage. I've got a queen on my side. Time to rampage. When the sovereign has been claimed, the game is almost decided.
I could fight to the last piece. But a good commander has foresight, and I can see this game is lost. I admit defeat.
You ended this before it even began. Even a scribe would struggle making this an epic of glory.
This was about strategy, not showmanship. And it seems like Lady Aliena is an excellent strategic advisor. You work exceptionally well together.
He never makes compliments like this.
He's the tactician. I trust his instincts and experience to guide him.
But you yourself are an exceptional diplomat and businesswoman, I hear. You complement each other in the way you think.
I guess you're right.
If you are wise enough to trust these queen's instincts in these matters, my friend, you too will indeed be able to take back the earldom.
You think we can do it? So, can I rely on your loyalty?
You can.
Of course, we're brothers in arms.
Good. You've an important battle ahead of you. I'll bring you the money. Good luck.
It's not about luck. It's about making the right decisions. And a sharp sword.
Please, try to keep them from fighting.
That's a big task for a slender man like me.
You're a knight, for God's sake.
He still needs money for new armaments. You've done me a great favor.
We are glad to hear it. Thank you for returning it.
We always pass the time on our travels trying to best each other.